Hi, I'm Jaxon Danel with how to drive a stick shift.
Hey.
Now, you see here, we have very distinct features that are different from an automatic. You have the shifter knob. The shift pattern is on the head of the stick shift, usually. Some cars, they have it like on a metal plate in front of it. I think that's on the Acura NSX. But let's get to this car. We're going to push the clutch in. These are the very distinct pedals. Now, if you're used to driving an automatic, you only remember the accelerator and the brake. But on the stick, you have a clutch. In order to shift gears, you push the clutch in, and then you are free to move the shifter. Now, how to start the car. First, you push the clutch in and shift into first. And then, camera woman, look at my feet. While gradually releasing the clutch, push the accelerator gradually inward while gradually releasing the clutch. That way the car will move forward. A few times while practicing, you may pop the clutch, where the car may lunge forward, like boom. Now, while driving, always be aware of your tachometer. Tachometer, camera woman, look at the tachometer. The tachometer measures the RPMs, otherwise known as revolutions per minute, or rotations per minute, or revs per minute. There's many different names. Now, you may hear of the stick shift, also referred to as a manual transmission. They're the same thing. Don't get confused. I'm going to be using both of those terms throughout the video. Come on. So, when you know when to shift, when the tachometer goes up to 3,000 RPM, otherwise known as the 3 mark. The red area is called the red line. You do not want to get up to the red line. Otherwise, you may end up burning out the car's engine or one of its components. That's not good. So always shift before the red line. And I mentioned before that a safe area to shift is 3,000 RPM. Okay. Now, in order to start the car, push the clutch in and shift into first, while gradually releasing the clutch. Push the accelerator in while gradually releasing. Now, the car will move forward. A few times while practicing, you may pop the clutch, and the car may lunge forward violently. But don't worry. Now, while driving, you're going to shift in many different patterns. For example, when you want to speed up, you will upshift in the 6th. Some cars have a 5-speed. This is a 6-speed. Now, in order to shift into reverse, push the clutch all the way in. Okay, look at me. Push the stick shifter all the way in. Shift into the far left or right, wherever the R is, and go up. So that way you are in reverse. And then you'll be able to back up the car. Now, about the pattern of the stick shift. The R means reverse. These are the gears. This is a 6-speed. Now, many of the car's shifters look different. This is a sports shifter. Okay. Now, stopping. You're going to need to downshift. For example, let's say you are in 6th gear, and you're driving down a road, and you see a stop sign. You'll downshift back into first. Okay? Now, neutral is obviously in the middle of the stick shift. So that way when the stick is right here. Normally the neutral is in between 3rd and 4th gear, right about here, where my thumb is. And that's pretty much all you need to know about driving a stick shift. If you know